everyone, it's Michelle again, and I'm back with another Diamond Art Club kit. We've got a round today. This one is another Richard Lorenz. We've got Raymone, or Raymone, I think. I'm not sure. Anyways, this one is pretty new. It came out, about a week or so ago. I just got it the end of last week. So we're gonna check it out. It is 53 colors, including 2 ABs and 5 fairy dust diamonds. And we have a total diamonds of 50,784. So let's check her out. I hope you guys are doing just fantastic today. If you're not having a wonderful day, I hope that it gets much, much better for you. So I have got our toolkit here, and I will try to get through this as quickly as possible if I can get it out of the bag. All right, we've got Diamond Art Club pen. It is the twist and pick, or whatever it's called. We've got a single placer on this end full of putty. We have a 4-placer on this end. You just twist it, the putty comes up. Diamond Art Club, it says on the pen. And we have some baggies. We have our tray with the lid and the stopper. Inside we have some more putty, a 7-placer that I cannot seem to hold on to, and our heart-shaped pad of wax. So that's our toolkit. And we can get on with the good stuff. All right. So this is our little envelope. It's just branding and thank yous on the outside, and then there's social media over here on this flap. And then we open her up and we get out our little card. Isn't that adorable? Well, I guess that way. So down here at the bottom, it shows the artist name, the name of the kit, and the size, which I didn't tell you. So it is a 20-inch by 30-inch, which is 50.6 centimeters by 76 centimeters. And it is a bronze. So that's what we got there. Oh, sorry. On this, we have tips and tricks up here at the top, and then we have how-tos with the pen and the diamond painting and step-by-step there. Kit contents, and on the flaps, we have QR codes. This is for the Facebook group, and this is for the app. So you can download the app. All right. So on our sticker sheet, we have stickers here. That's their branding, and then we have the name of the painting and the artist's name, of course. On the back, we have the start and end date. Whoops, sorry. I'm holding it out for I don't know who. And the original artwork. And then down here, it tells you about your kit. So you have the number of colors, and that it's around the size, and the SKU number, so that if you want to store them separately, store everything separately, you can match it all back up. And then in the middle, we have all of our colors and stickers to kit up with, individually cut, so that you don't have to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can never remember once I get into this how many we have. We got 7 special drills, or yeah, ABs and fairy dust in this one. What did I say? 20 by 30 is the size. So that's about a nice size, I think. If I can get it out of this bag, I think. Sometimes it's hard to tear. All right. I'm struggling here. There we go. Finally. Okay. Oh, it's longer than I thought. Wow. 30 inches is longer than I had thought it was going to be. I thought this was really cute. The hat and the card, and I mean, it's just cute. All right, anyway. We're going to let that flatten out a little bit and look at these drills. Okay. Sorry about all that noise. I know that's really loud. So, all right, let's bring this down so you can see these better. Try to turn the light on them. Okay, 310. We've got 2 bags of 310. I don't know what was stuck to that one. 647. We have 2 bags. And then we have 371, 645, 3787, 3371. There are 2 bags. 898 and 938. 646, 524, 648, 6002, and 370. I am warm, really warm all of a sudden. All right, 610, 317, 3863, 3024, 3052, 801, 840, 3865, and that's a fairy dust, so the Z in front of it. Those are really hard to see, I think, in the camera. Maybe not. Maybe it's just my eyes. 823, 739, 157, 334, 550, 838, 3840, Z 437. There's another fairy dust. Okay. And another fairy dust. Z 826. Okay, 318. And another fairy dust. Z 666. How about that? Okay. And then we have an AB, 3861. Okay. And we've got just a little bit more, one more strand. All right, 738, 779, 803, 920, 792, 918, 209, 210, 3837, and an AB, we have 972, and 208, 3770, Z 921, so another fairy dust. Fairy dusts are my favorite. 3857, 211, 740, 341, 741, 530. I did it again. I got all the way to the end, and messed up. 435 and 434. Oh boy. Okay. So let's flip this over and see what we can see. Okay. All right. I bet you I can guess where that 666 is gonna go. Yep, I was right. Right there in that card. I bet there's some in his hat too. Okay. We have. All right, just trying to check on some of these symbols so I know what I'm looking for. We have a small a and an uppercase A and a U, the up arrow, plus sign, and okay. I think I've got them pretty much. Okay, so right here, all the red on this card is going to be that 666, and that, oh, let go of my arm. Let's see, that is a fairy dust. I wanted to make sure it's fairy dust and not AB. So there's only 2 ABs, but there's 1, 2, 3, 5 fairy dust. So there's a lot of them. So all of the red in here is going to be fairy dust. So let's see, the white, The white is fairy dust also, so all, not all of it. Right in there is not fairy dust. But most of the white on here is, see, those are not white, but I don't know if you can tell the difference in the video, but so all of the white actually is fairy dust, but these are not white. They're kind of a grayish or whatever color. So there's also the yellow AB is going to be right in here. All this yellow is going to be that AB. So that is AB 972. And let's see, is that it for down here? I think it is. I think so. That's it for there. And okay. So there's white right here in his beak, and that is going to be fairy dust. That's the, is that 3865? Okay. There's going to be white right here in this bubble. There's a little there. That's going to be the same. Okay. All right, so, okay, there's red in his eyes, but that is not the fairy dust. That is just, it's another red. We've got a little bit of white, so the fairy dust in his eyes, and then there. And then we also have, where did I just seen him? Right there is, that is AB 3861. So that is the other AB. There's a few right there also, and right there. Okay, oh, and right over here on that side. All right. Okay, and that 3860, what did I say it was? 3861, I think. Yes, it's over here in this bubble also. That's ABs. That's, yeah, there's quite a few of them there. And yeah, and around here. So there's quite a lot of those. Yeah, and there's some over here in this one also. So that little patch there. I don't think that there were any others there, but okay. Just making sure there weren't any of those in the card also. Okay. There's a few of those right here. Those are going to be really hard for me to, I mean, it's going to be really easy for me to miss those, I guess. All right, so I was just trying to see if there were any more of those in the background before I forget. Yeah, okay. So there's some right in there, and then I think that might be it for those. But we do have another one. Okay, the Z437 is right here in this, what does that say? I can't tell what it says. It started with a B, whatever it is, I think. It says believe. Okay, I thought that's what it was, but I wasn't sure. I have a hard time telling what stuff is with the symbols there, as if you haven't noticed that, but that's what that says, believe. I don't think that there's anything else written on this one, is there? Oh, it says I believe. Okay, there's an I up here. So all of those are that, that's a fairy dust, right? Yeah. And then we have right here on the rim of his cap, his hat, we've got that plus symbol again, so it's the yellow AB. There's a bunch of that there. And then, oh, I do not see, I don't see any of that AB, the red AB in his hat. That's not at all any of that 666 AB. Wow, I'm really surprised. I thought that would be in the hat. It's only in the card, it looks like. So, but we do have the orange, that orange Z921 is what it is. So it's right there. A patch of that right there. That is fairy dust though. So, and right there, and right in there, and there's more right there, and there's a few here, and then there's a few here, right there. Okay, so, I think that's it. So for as many as there are, there's really not as much as you might think throughout the entire thing, you know. It's not loaded with them really, just a lot of different ones. So let me just kind of see if I can turn this a little bit like that. And bring him, I don't know. I know, oh, sorry about my hand there. Sticking my hand right in your view. Okay. So, there we go. And the whole, as much as I can in there, so. You're just missing a little bit on the sides there, but, and of course, we've got the perforated plastic and the good quality canvas, and you know, everything is always, the sticky is very good. It always is. Everything is always very good. Quality from Diamond Art Club. So, okay, that's all I've got for today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for coming and watching, and if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up. You can do that right at the bottom of your screen without even going out. Also, if you haven't already, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button, and we're getting real close to 500. All right, so that's it for today. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.